So for today's lesson, what we're going to do is talk about how to use slope-intercept form in the real world. Okay, so what ends up happening here is the slope is always considered to be the rate of change, and the y-intercept is considered to be like your initial condition or your flat fee. So this becomes the rate of change, and this is considered to be your initial condition, which sometimes is referred to as like a flat fee. It's what you have to pay no matter what before you do anything. So here's an example. If it costs $3.50 to develop a roll of film and 10 cents for each picture that you develop, write an equation that shows the total cost, which is y, of developing a roll of film that has an unknown amount of pictures, which is x. So the equation is going to be total cost y equals 10 cents x, the number of pictures, plus $3.50. So what's happening here is your slope is 10 cents. That's how much it costs per picture. The y-intercept is $3.50, and that's how much it is to, or the cost that it is to develop the roll of film. The cost to develop the roll. Okay. So how much would it cost to develop a roll of film that has 36 pictures? Well, all you do is you take your equation, y equals 10 cents, and we know that there's 36 pictures on there, plus the $3.50 setup fee. So y is going to be $3.60 for the pictures, plus $3.50 for the initial cost, which means for 36 pictures, your total bill is going to be $7.10. Well, if you ended up paying $5.60, how many pictures did you develop? Well, again, the equation is the total cost, the $5.60, is 10 cents per picture, x is what we don't know, plus the $3.50 initial fee. So then you would subtract $3.50 from both sides, and then you'd get $2.10 is 10 cents per picture. Divide out that dime, and x equals 21, which means 21 pictures were developed. Here's another example. Beth charges $6 an hour to babysit and $5 for her transportation to your house. Write an equation that relates Beth's total charge, y, as a function of the number of hours that she works, which is going to be x. So the total cost is going to be the $6 per hour, $6 x, plus the $5 transportation fee. So her slope is 6, her y-intercept, her initial fee is going to be 5. What's the charge for 3 hours of babysitting? Well, the equation is y equals 6x plus 5. X is the number of hours, which is 3. And then what you come out to get here is y is going to be $23. If she charges $53, how long did she babysit for? Well, 53 is her total charge. 6x plus 5. Remember how many hours is going to be x that we're trying to solve for here. So you get 48 equals 6x. Divide by 6, and x is 8 hours. Each winter, Mark charges customers $20 to shovel a driveway. He's got a fixed cost of $45, which is for shovels, gloves, salt, and other supplies. So he basically has to buy some supplies before he can start doing any work. So what's the equation? Well, y in this case is going to be like his profit that he makes. So y is going to be equal to the $20 he charges per driveway minus the $45 that he has to pay out of his own pocket. So the slope in this case is $20. That's the cost per driveway. The y-intercept is negative 45. The reason why it's negative is because this is the value, because why is the y-intercept, let me fix this. Why is the y-intercept negative? It is negative because Mark has to spend this money before he can start making money, before his business. So how much profit does he make to shovel 12 driveways? In this case, to do that, we know Y is going to be his total profit. It's $20 per driveway minus 45, and he's going to be shoveling 12 driveways. When you do the math, it's going to end up being that the answer becomes 18 driveways. So I'm sorry, profit, my fault. So what is the profit? It's going to be $195. So 20 times 12 minus 45 ends up being $195. If his profit is $315, how many, not hours, but how many driveways did he shovel? And then you say, okay, well, the profit is $315, 20x minus 45. Add 45 to both sides and then divide by 20, and it turns out that he's going to have done 18 driveways. Feel free to use your calculator. And then how many driveways was he shovel to break even? Break even is when he basically pays himself back. And to pay himself back, it means that his profit is 0. So what happens here is to break even, we're going to have 0 as our profit, $20x minus 45. What's going to happen is you won't get an exact answer. You add 45 to both sides. When you divide both sides by 20, you get x to be 2.25. Well, you can't shovel a quarter of a driveway. So in order to break even, he must shovel 3 complete driveways. Now he's actually made a profit. He hasn't just broken even, he's actually made a profit. So let me kind of show you how this works on the calculator. If you were to actually type in this particular equation, which we know is going to be y equals 20x minus 45, and you look at your table of values, basically when you haven't even done any driveways, when x is 0, you spent $45, you've lost $45 of money because you had to pay for the driveways. Well, once you do one driveway and you give $20 back to yourself, you actually are only out $25. You're on your way to paying yourself back. After your second driveway where you charge $40 or you get $40, you're still $5 away from breaking even. It's not until the third driveway where you've now collected $60, you've given yourself $45 back in your pocket, you've paid yourself back, where now you've got an initial profit of 15. So breaking even is never going to happen, well, it doesn't always happen exactly, but breaking even is from the first time where you turn from negative to positive, and that's going to be after 3 driveways. Okay, so this should be enough to get started on your homework. Good luck.